Martha Stewart, the doyen of all things domestic, was in court again today, where two huge department stores, Macy's and JCPenney's, are slugging it out about who has the right to sell her products. And as you will see, Stewart is as feisty as ever. ABC's Dan Harris has more.
There she was, one of America's most enigmatic and influential women, yet again mobbed by cameras coming out of a courthouse in Manhattan. This time, she was recording right back.
What's on my foot?
Back up.
Break my ankle.
It was classic Martha Stewart, alternately tut-tutting at clumsy cameramen,
Martha, how do you think testimony went today?
refusing to answer questions, getting annoyed when the bodyguards try to put her in the wrong car, and then, once again for good measure, sniping at the photographer. Nearly a decade after she was convicted of lying to investigators about a stock trade,
Today is a shameful day.
Stewart is back in the middle of a major court battle, the latest fascinating chapter in a career that keeps rising and falling like a souffle.
This is a big deal for Martha Stewart. We're talking big dollars, and we're also talking about her reputation.
This time, Stewart, who's 71, is in the middle of a fight between two powerful suitors, the heads of Macy's and JCPenney. It's gotten emotional. Macy's chief executive Terry Lundgren choking up on the stand, accusing Stewart of breaching a contract to sell her goods exclusively in his stores. The contrasts here are deliciously absurd. This trial involves allegations of ruthless, sharp-elbowed business deals over such products as linens, stationery, curtains, and kitchenware. Martha Stewart has been accused of tough business tactics right from the start of her storied career. She worked as a model, then started a catering business, and went on to build an empire, best-selling books,
Bring that to a boil.
a TV show, housewares. Her daughter would later write a tell-all book saying much of this domesticity was a facade, that at home there were no prepared foods in the fridge, and sometimes no costumes on Halloween. At the height of Stewart's powers, the debacle. Prosecutors charging her with selling shares of flailing biotech company ImClone based on inside information. A woman worth hundreds of millions of dollars skirting the law to save just 40 grand. At first, in this infamous CBS interview, Stewart refused to talk about it.
And I want to focus on my salad.
Then she fought the charges and lost.
And I'll be back.
5 months in the clink. Her company's stock tanked, as she told ABC's Cynthia McFadden in a Nightline interview.
How much money?
Did I lose? Oh, it's inestimable, actually. Personally, I'm sure.
$500 million?
No, probably more than $1 billion, of course. So
More than $1 billion?
yes, and if you add in what the company was worth, absolutely. And I'm a major shareholder in the company.
Many thought she'd crumble in prison, but no. The other inmates called her M. Diddy, and she became their informal spokesperson.
We have decorating over behind there.
When she got out, she mounted an aggressive comeback campaign.
I don't think I was a broken woman. I did what I had to do and came back and right into a company that had not failed, despite the wishes of some that it would.
Was it humiliating?
No.
No.
No. I was never humiliated.
Terry Lundgren from Macy's says he played a huge part in resuscitating her brand by bringing her into a more upscale environment than Kmart,
You haven't seen anything yet.
where she'd been previously hawking her wares. He thought they were friends. They even went to Haiti together. He also thought they had an exclusive deal. But then he got a phone call from Stewart saying she was doing a separate deal with the CEO of JCPenney, Ron Johnson. Fighting back tears on the stand, Lundgren said that call made him sick to his stomach. When she took the stand this week, Stewart said she did not believe she broke her contract with Macy's. Quote, "It just boggles my mind that we're sitting here in front of you, Judge." JCPenney, which is also being sued by Macy's, naturally agrees with Martha Stewart here. Ultimately, a judge will decide.
Does she look like she's going to win or lose here?
I think the court will ultimately rule that some of what she's trying to sell at JCPenney is covered by her contract with Macy's, and as a result, that she can't do it, but not all of it.
But the real issue for Stewart may be can her image sustain another hit? Some experts say, sure.
She made it through going to prison. Can she make it through being accused of, having really sharp elbows?
I think people used to think that Martha was nice. And I think they've gotten over that. She's somebody whose style authority they trust, whose aesthetics they admire. That, I think, is the retail appeal of her, less about her individual qualities.
Still, if Martha Stewart was hoping to use her testimony to seem more relatable, there was at least one misstep. When asked whether customers would be willing to buy her products from two stores at the same time, she said, and I quote, "They might have two houses." For Nightline, this is Dan Harris in New York.